Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So here's another deck profile for you guys today. So this time it's actually on my Dinosaurs. So now, to tell you the truth, I was a little hesitant to upload this today because I didn't know when the ban list was going to drop in. Funny enough, it actually dropped in. We hardly got much of anything, honestly. If actually barely anything at all. We got Multi-Faker, Unicorn, and if I'm not mistaken, Cannon Hawk got back to 3 each. So I'm like, that's it? That's all? Well, I guess this deck can live another day then. So anyway, I figured, you know what, now that the deck's already built together, I'll just show you what I got. So yeah. So this is actually the Synchro build of Dinosaurs. It has a lot of amazing combos, and overall, it's just a powerhouse. So it's really good at going first, really good at going second, especially with cards like Tyranno still a thing. It's just, yeah, it gets absurd. So anyway, here we go. Starting off with 3 copies of Oviraptor. Probably one of the best cards in the entire deck just because he's a Searcher, a Foolish Burial, and a Revival as long as you pop a Dinosaur on the field. So it gets pretty insane. Next, 3 Miscellaneousaurs. Definitely one of your key cards. It's mainly for protection, but it can act as its own self extender because all you would need is just 1 copy of this in your graveyard, banish it just to bring out the new Archosaur, and then you can go full combo from there. So as long as you see that Miscellaneousaurs or Oviraptor, you're pretty much golden at that point. Which comes to our next card, 3 copies of Animadorned Archosaur. It is a dinosaur, so yes, it's searchable. And it's a level 1, so all you have to do, like I said, is just banish the 1 Miscellaneousaurs and you're all set. So when this card is normal or special summon, you get to pop a dinosaur on the field or in your hand, and you can search either a reptile, a sea serpent, or even a winged beast monster, or you can search a evolution pill card. So of course you're obviously going to use the evolution pill card effect just to get like full advantage from there. So that's one of the cool, amazing things about this card. Moving on, 3 copies of Baby. So this card is not once per turn. As long as it's pop, you can special summon a level 4 or lower dinosaur. So this card actually enables a lot of my crazy combos, especially with the True King play, mainly Lithosagum, because it's an earth monster, and I'll show you in the combo video what I mean. Like, there's a lot of cool advantage that you can do with Baby. So Baby's no longer a brick, so you can definitely run this at 3 all you like. Next up, 1 copy of Petite. I was tempted to run 2, but I didn't really have the room. I needed to make room for another card, so yeah, Petite at 1 is fine. It's just another earth monster. Plus, you special summon Pankratops with this card during your first turn anyway, so yeah, it wasn't a big deal. Next up, 1 Jirakiolo. So this is the card I had to make room for. This mainly just because I can easily bring this out with Baby's effect, plus it helps me go into my Halki Fibrex place. So, and you'll see what I mean, like I said, in the combo video. So let's just move on. 2 Tyranno. 3 was sort of bricky, so I decided 2 was fine. Plus, it's searchable, so that's the only reason. And plus, even if I did open up with this, I don't mind. As long as I have the combo pieces I do need, I'm all set. So he's Book of Eclipse, can attack all monsters. They're in defense mode. You could just send them to the grave without actually destroying them, and plus inflict 1,000 points of damage as a bonus. 1 Overtext Squatless. Another good way to search out your pill, but now you can actually bring this out more with double evolution pill just to negate spells and traps. Plus, if it's sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can search double evolution pill. So, and it's summoning conditions not hard at all. You can shuffle back 5 banished dinosaurs as recursion, summon this out the correct way. So yeah. For the last of my 1-0s, 1 Pankratops, of course, and of course 1 Giant Rex. So pretty standard. And that's pretty much it for the dinosaurs. Let's move on to the some of my side engines. For the True King engine, mainly just 1 card. Well, technically 2 if you count Diagram. 1 True King Lithosagum. So this is just a good way to rip cards out of your opponent's extra deck and banish them, of course. You are going to run the Mecha Phantom Beast O-line. I believe this is getting a reprint in the next Battles of Legend. So don't fret. You can get it now if you want to, but yeah, like, don't rush it if you don't want to. But it's easy to bring this out with Auroradon, and plus it's a token enabler. So yeah, that's one of the good reasons to run it, and it's a tuner, so bonus. Next up, 1 Jet Synchro. So this is the card you're mainly going to try to bring out with Halki Fibrex's effect, simply because you definitely want to try to get this in your graveyard. It's a free extender. You discard a card just to special summon this card back. Of course, it banishes itself when it leaves the field, but you mainly need it because of the fact that it's a tuner. So yeah, Jet Synchron, pretty good. All right. For hand traps, I'm actually only just running 3. Kind of like what I did before with Shadows. I'm just going to run 3 copies of Ash. It's the most generically good hand trap this format, so yeah, either that. It was either going to be this or Nibiru, and honestly, I'm citing out Nibiru, so to me, it just doesn't really matter much. So yeah, that's all I can say. All right, moving on to spells. 3 Fossil Dig. It's a Rota for Dinosaur, so definitely want to make full use of it. 2 Pill. Actually only playing 2 Lost World because I wanted to make room for another field spell in my deck, and if I ran 3, it would have just bricked out, so that's why I cut down my Lost World to 2. But overall, it's still a good card. Whenever you summon a dinosaur, you give your opponent a token, and they can't target your dinos as long, or generally they can't target any monster as long as they have a token. So, yeah. And plus, you can also protect normal monsters by popping a dinosaur from your deck instead of destroying it. So that way, you could just like pop another baby and get some more advantage off of that. 1 diagram. You know, this is what you use to search out your Lithosagum. 1 Mystic Mine in case if I'm forced to go second. It comes in clutch whenever you really need it. And just to go along with these cards, I got Terraforming, and of course the 1 Cell Rotation. Next up, 3 Called by the Grave, just to deal with hand traps. And of course, 1 copy of Foolish Burial, just in case if I really need it. Alright, moving on to the extra deck now. Alright, so first off, I'm going to start with 1 Halki Firebreaks, or Needle Fiber, whatever you like to call them. So everyone already knows what this does. You can only summon it with 2 monsters, including a tuner, of course. So, and again, that's not hard with this deck at all. But you special summon a level 3 or lower token, or not token, tuner from your deck, in defense mode, and it cannot activate its effects this turn. But keep in mind that's only while it's on the field. So that's why they banned Glow Bulb and Steam the Cloak for that reason. But anyway, Jet Synchron is like the viable replacement for that anyway. You're not really going to use its second effect where you tribute itself and to summon another Synchro monster. You're mainly just going to use it as link material towards your Auroradon, and we'll get to that momentarily. Next up, Link Cross. I'm sorry, you're not going to use it for your Auroradon. You're actually going to use it towards Link Cross. The other card I have here is towards Auroradon. But anyway, Link Cross is another token generator. When it's summoned, you summon 2 tokens. They can't be used as link material the turn they're summoned, but that's fine. You're going to use them for synchro material anyway. So, yeah. This is the card you actually go into Auroradon for. Barricade Board Blocker. So, I know in Sam's video, if I'm not mistaken, he was running 2 copies of Halki Firebreaks. To me, I felt that was kind of pointless because, like, his effects are hard ones per turns, and plus, why waste the extra money, right? So, I mean, I do own 2 Needle Fibers, but I decided to go with Barricade Board Blocker just for everyone else's convenience. Just because, like, I feel like this card is just as good anyway. Plus, it recovers your field spells if you need to go that route. But yeah, Barricade Board Blocker. It's a machine monster, so good enough, right? Next, 1 Auroradon. Summons 3 tokens, and of course, it brings out your O-line. So you tribute itself plus 1 of the tokens, bring out the O-line, and go into your crazy synchro place from there. And for the only other link monster I decided to go with is Nightmare Unicorn. So that's pretty much it. Alright, now moving on to the Xyz monsters. It's a pretty standard lineup. 1 Dolka for negation. This is basically what I used to out Nibiru, and it's really easy to go into this pretty early on. So, like I said, yeah, you can go into Nibiru anyway. Or you not go into Nibiru, but you can protect yourself from Nibiru. 1 Logia, just to negate a summon. 1 Abyss Dweller for graveyard effects. But the heart and soul of this is really going to be True King of all calamities. Super easy to bring this card out. And just the fact that it's so oppressive as hell, like you declare an attribute, and your opponent's monsters become that attribute, and they can't use their effects. So yeah, why did this card come out as a super? Anyway, now moving on to the Synchro Engine, which is actually the main focus of the deck. You're gonna go into Formula Synchron. When a special or Synchro Summon, I'm sorry, you get to draw 1 card. 1 Metal Marcher. So this basically brings back a tuner in your graveyard in defense mode, but its effects are negated, but that's fine. You're just mainly going to use that monster for either actual synchro material or you're going to go into some link material. So it's a really strong engine. I really love it. 1 High Speed Roar Chanbara. It can attack twice, so don't really need to get into that much. My own little spice is Borreload Savage Dragon, just because it is super easy to bring this out with calamities. So yeah, depending on like what my board looks like going into my combos, I'll either go into like my 2 level 9 synchros or just go into Borreload Savage Dragon and some other cards. So, but we'll get to that momentarily. one Trishula, you know, just to rip cards out of your opponent's hand, and the new Ravenous Croco Dragon, Archathetes. So this card basically gives you draw power and the fact that he can also act as a form of disruption himself by discarding 2 cards. You can target 1 card on the field and destroy it. So that's pretty good. So that's why I think it's really good. So yeah, I'm so happy that I got my copy of this like real early on. All right, now for the side deck. Side deck's pretty self-explanatory. I won't get into details. 3 Nibiru, obviously. 3 Drone Lockbird. I still feel like searching is a big thing too, so I figured why not. Another going second card, Dark Ruler No More. Now that Altergeist is basically back at full power, I figure, you know what? Let's go Cosmic Cyclone. I feel gutsy about it. And 3 copies of Evenly Matched. So, yeah, that's it. Alright, so that's it for the deck profile, you guys. Let me go and get everything set up, and I'll catch you guys again at the combo video.